Wajir Community Radio, with funding from UNDP, is implementing a project aimed at enhancing access to justice for the poor and marginalized communities in Wajir. This initiative is particularly focused on supporting the judiciary, the gender department, and the local community in addressing legal and social barriers to justice. The meeting brought together key stakeholders, including the judiciary, law enforcement, government departments, and civil society organizations, to evaluate progress and strategize for future interventions. Partners underscored the significance of the project in promoting justice for nomadic pastoralist communities who often face systematic barriers in accessing legal services. The initiative has been instrumental in raising awareness about legal rights and justice mechanisms, strengthening the capacity of local justice institutions to handle cases actively.
To you, my name is Aganya Roslyn. I'm the head of station Wajir Law Courts. I'm the chairperson of Wajir County Court Users Committee. I want to take this opportunity to really thank the UNDP and the Wajir Radio community for their support to the court and the Court Users Committee function, because without them we would not have been able to achieve the much that we have with their support. Of course, this being Wajir County in a region where people are marginalized, they have assisted to enhance access to justice to the poor and the marginalized because of the outreach and enabling us to travel through and reach a wider number of the members of the public in Wajir. The other thing that I want to really appreciate is that we have had through this program support for the translators. Of course, you know, the communities in Wajir are several, and there's need to have translators even for those who are coming from across the borders, as well as the locals, and as well as the locals in Kenya who come from other regions in Kenya. So of course, through this provision for the translators, it has helped a lot, because we've been able to communicate and have our matters heard as fast as possible without wasting time, and with people understanding each other, because the issue of the language barrier is sorted out. The other thing that I want to thank this program for is the coverage of court proceedings, because with the coverage of court proceedings, the members of public and in Wajir County and the whole of the Kenyan community are able to know that Wajir is and hear cases as they are going on in Wajir.
My name is Habiba Mohamed Shuria. I'm a women leader in Wajir. I'm very happy and thankful to Wajir Radio community. Today we were here at Wajir Guest House while Wajir Community Radio is reviewing the program for 2023-2024, which was funded by UNDP. We are also very thankful to the donor. The program is access to justice for the poor and marginalized people, and particularly our people are pastoralists and the nomads. Wajir Community Radio broadcast is very important to our people who are not getting access to information, because information is power. Our people are now appreciating the services and the broadcast of Wajir Community Radio.
My name is Safi Abdullahi. Today we have attended a program conducted by Radio Community, and the program was funded by UNDP. It was a review meeting of the last 1 year, what they have presented, what they have done on access to justice. It really helps the community of the larger Wajir East, since Wajir Radio Community, they use the local language on to help the community how to access to justice. And also the program that they have been implementing was so useful to the community of Wajir. We have really appreciated, and we were together with the journey that they were doing, the activity they were doing.
The meeting was attended by various stakeholders, including Hon Rosalina Ganyo, Senior Magistrate Wajir Law Courts, Officer commanding stations Wajir East, representatives from the Children's Department, officials from the Gender Department, civil society organizations. A major concern raised during the meeting was the continued use of maslaha, a traditional conflict resolution method in case of sexual and gender-based violence, SGBV. While maslaha is a common practice among pastoralist communities, it often leads to the denial of justice for survivors of SGBV. The meeting resolved that maslaha should not be used in SGBV cases and formal legal channels must be followed.
That has improved now the access to justice for our people is that they are enlightened. They are enlightened on the legal measures that they are supposed to go. They have given capacity to our paralegal officers. They have helped our judiciary. And the Wajir Community Radio is always ready to empower our people on issues, on matters about access to justice. Since our people are very far from the county headquarters, Wajir Community Radio helps and supports the judiciary on mobile courts to announce issues about mobile courts. And right now our people are enlightened. Now anybody can come and ask and attend the mobile courts. They have also enlightened or helped the gender working group to have their meetings, and we appreciate.
We had the opportunity to engage the public through the radio talk shows with the Commission, together with the judiciary and other partners who are implementing gender projects. And through that, we were able to educate the public on their rights. We were able to educate them or create awareness around the rights of children, the rights of women, and how the community can seek for justice should they have an issue or a case that they need to report. So we've taken them through how they can report a case, the entry point, which is reporting to the police, how it works, what is required, cases, for example, of sexual offenses, how they should be preserving evidence so that once the reporting is done on a timely basis, they know that justice will be served for the survivors of either gender-based violence or sexual gender-based violence through preservation of those evidences. We had engagement meetings with stakeholders where we caucused and discussed the various challenges that are affecting the community in terms of access to justice. A number of things came up on the challenges that might be withholding or hindering the community in accessing justice, such as the interference from the Maslaha elders, the fact that most of the communities stay in a very remote area. Accessing even a police station to report such cases becomes difficult. Sometimes they delay the reporting because they don't even know that there is a specific time frame within which one can report a particular case, especially cases of SGBV. Also, there is this belief that the community is sort of afraid of the justice system, so we were able to demystify the same so that they do not fear the court, and in case there is a problem, they can easily come forward and they can always count on us, the partners, to make sure that we fight for their rights and make sure they access justice in whatever matters that they might have in court.
Sensitized on how to access their justice, and we really appreciate UNDP for helping the people of Wajir County on how to sensitize them on access to justice, because our people in Wajir County, the larger community, are not educated. Most of them, I can say even 95%, are not educated. But this matter of giving or funding radio community to educate or to help our people of Wajir to know how to access justice and also to look for their rights is really good, and I all appreciate, because radio community is the only radio being led by a female CEO, and where a woman-led organization, I think it really helps the community, and they do a lot for the community in many fields like access to justice and also educating the people of Wajir on how to know their whereabouts. That's all. I really appreciate it.
Of course, we also thank them very much for the radio talk show, because the radio talk show still also talks to the member of the public, because we're able to invite them to the court and let them know that the court is theirs. We're able to also have feedback from them, because after we talk about various topics, then there is a question and answer section where the public also call in and we respond to their questions, and of course now we get to be on the same page, and we also get to invite them to the court activities that we have, like the open days, children's service weeks, so that we're able to meet and interact there together. I also want to say that of course for the mobile courts as well, we thank them very much for accompanying us and supporting us for the same, because they've been able to cover the same through the video coverages and the publicity that we have had. Then it is also helping the community in Wajir know that the court is able to also reach those places. Of course, we know that the public in the members of the community in Wajir are marginalized, they are poor because of the hardships, the weather, and there are several issues that affect them that make them vulnerable. So we thank all these projects under the UNDP and Wajir Radio community, and we appreciate very much for your enhancing access to justice within Wajir County.